Over thousands of years, the concept of rooms has become quite popular with humanity. We like having enclosed spaces where we can do the dirty in private, or anything else really. There are many types of rooms. Some of them are quite dirty, and others, on the other hand, are very clean. Clean room. Do you see what I did there? I had like a whole little... Oh man, I'm tired. So, I've been collecting all the ingredients for a clean room, which is a type of multi-block. I haven't actually built it yet because I thought that might be a thing that people would want to see on a video. So I have all the bits here, but I'm going to be putting it together now. Essentially what the clean room does, as far as I understand it, is it's a very clean room. Who would have thought? But the reason for that is because I need to make really advanced circuits, and if you get like dirt and shit on really advanced circuits, they don't work anymore. They go like, and then they explode and die. So the clean room is here to save the day in that regard. I think it's gonna it's gonna give me the ability to make a lot of higher tier circuits. I think it lets me make them for cheaper even, dare I say. I'm not 100% sure on that. And maybe a couple other things, so that'll be interesting to figure out. But before we get too deep into that, little bee update, Farley's weekly bee update, but probably more than weekly. As always, I've been grinding the hell out of this shit. I don't know if I showed you this or not. I don't think I did show you this. Maybe I did. Whatever. Anyways, so these are the aviaries. I now have 2. How about that? Working on a 3rd one. You know, it's a slow, very slow process, but, you know, it's getting faster with each one. I have my aviaries there. They do the bee stuff. They make all my pollen and everything else that I need. And then it gets piped into this. It goes down into this chest here, the Stark Steel chest. It's a nice little buffer, so I can also manually insert whatever they're called, thingies that I want to centrifuge, combs. So put them there, it gets pulled out of that. If it can be centrifuged, it goes into here. If it cannot be centrifuged, it goes into this secondary buffer chest. As you can see, these things cannot be directly centrifuged because these need hydrochloric acid. Then from there, if it has a valid storage drawer, it will go into the storage drawer. So this is, for all intents and purposes, fully automated. Now, thankfully, it's sleepy time. After great effort, I decided that my main honey-producing bee would be the saffron queen. I was told that that's a good one to pick, and I don't disagree. It makes both regular honeycombs, which gives me, you know, that stuff and some other stuff, but it also gives me this yellow dye, and the comb that creates the yellow dye has like a lot of honey in it. It's complicated, but yeah, it's good. Basically, it's good. And then for now, in my second one, I have the machinist going. And the machinist just kind of gives everything that you need to make more alvearies. So it's kind of a win-win situation here. I'm really setting myself up for future successes, I'd say. This is what it can give from the machinist comb. These things are kind of cool, by the way. Lump of Electronics, they have a % chance to give one of these things, or maybe multiple, I don't know, whenever you sift through it. So some motors, some electron tubes, you know, energy conduits. It's pretty cool. So that's automated, and then I pump the honey directly into this carpenter, and then here is where I make the scented paneling, which right now I'm missing impregnated sticks, it looks like, so I should probably make some more of those. But yeah, so this is pretty much just running all the time now, which gets me all sorts of wily and excited. It's just one turbo combustion gen. I put it into a 4 battery buffer, then I transform it down into low voltage. These are 2 transformers in a row. And then it's just an LV setup here. So, but I left these little gaps so that if I ever need to power something else here, I can just pull off at any of the 3 power tiers, HV, MV, or LV. So I'm pretty happy with the setup. It's a little bit ugly. I will definitely admit to that. But we're getting honey now. And then as far as the actual bees, this is my pristine queen's chest. So this is the resource line, basically. I've done clay, tin, copper, iron, and then I just did zinc yesterday. That's really big news I should tell you about. Gallium is solved. I no longer have gallium problems at all, because the zinc bee can make these gallium combs, and then that turns into purified gallium ore, and the purified gallium ore I can macerate for a 10% chance of dust, and then centrifuge for an 11.11% chance of more dust. So yeah, I've got a lot of gallium now. Mind you, when I say a lot, I mean 9. So obviously not the most inspired amount, but I can make infinitely more now. If I just let the zinc queen chill out in there for a little while, she shits out crazy amounts of comb. Also, I don't know if I ever mentioned this or not, but I'm not really using production frames in here because that sucks, as it turns out. I'm using 2 electrical stimulators, which you give it power, a very small amount of power. I've refilled this like 10 hours ago and it's still not out. You give it a very small amount of power, you put in one of these intricate circuit boards filled with these electron tubes, these diamantine, whatever the hell it's pronounced. And then you can see here, there's 4 of those diamantine electron tubes in here, and each one of them is giving plus 1.5 production and plus 50% genetic decay. Genetic decay is not great, but I use pristines, and so long as you don't go over a certain cap, it doesn't really matter, as far as I understand it. So basically, maxing out production with these things, we're getting very close to maxed out production. So these things are shitting out combs, to put it nicely. I still need to make the bees themselves have better traits. I can make them faster workers and whatnot, but I just haven't cared to do that yet because there's like a certain type of bee I have to get to do. It's the whole thing, don't worry about it. Anyways. And then I also bulk crafted a lot of circuits. I've used a few of them now, but I had like 15 HV circuits, 12 MVs, and 32 LVs. The bee stuff takes a lot of circuits, so... but I did make a bunch. I still have quite a few left, 9 HVs. I'm sure I'll go through this relatively quickly, but yeah, that happened. And I think you're all caught up now, so actually doing some main quest progress today with the clean room that I opened the episode with, that beautiful description of pretty inspired stuff, I'd say. Yeah, as far as I understand it, the one that I've got here is going to be a 5x5. You cannot... Well, you can go in and out of it, but you have to have like a really fancy door to go in and out. Alternatively, you can have 2 elevators. I have 2 elevators, so that's what I'm going to end up doing for mine. We'll see how that goes. It does have to have a little bit of power all the time, but like just LV. So I've got the energy hatch ready to go with that. I'll probably pull something. I guess I'll need transformers for that. That kind of sucks, but whatever. This will be where the elevators are. I'll pull one there and one there. Now we can go in and out pretty easily. Let's see, controller top center. Filter machine cases at the top row. Energy hatch can be anywhere, and maintenance can be anywhere. Okay, well that's good to know. Wow, it's really dark up here, huh? God damn. Let's do energy hatch right there then. And maintenance, I think, wants to live right there. It was whispering in my ear earlier. So now I'll just continue on making the stuff. I'm also able to use some reinforced glass here, so long as it's EV tier plus, which it is, I think. And unless I screw this up, I think this is a pretty simple multi-block to construct. Hopefully it actually forms whenever the time comes. Oh, I'm missing my paneling. That's not gonna work. Get rid of some of these. I'm a little confused. I don't know where these filter machine casings are. Oh, wait. I definitely made them last night. I'm not sure where they've gone to. They were really annoying to make. I wouldn't forget about this. I didn't place them, did I? No, that's all right. Where the fuck is this? I made all 8. What happened? I thought they were in my inventory. I am so confused right now. You know, I had a feeling I had just done something stupid that you might have already seen earlier. Yeah, I just spent probably about 10 minutes trying to figure out where the fuck my filter machine casings went. Found them. God, I have such a tendency of doing remarkably stupid things. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm glad I solved the case at long last. I was actually starting to freak out there. I was like, I don't want to make those again. That was so annoying. Anyway, so the casings actually go up here in a little circle. Did I miss one? God, I missed one. I don't know where though. Oh, there it is. How did it end up way over there? What am I doing, man? Anyways, so you do the circle and then the machine controller goes in the top middle. I don't think I can put lights in here. I'm wondering if that's reality, though. Yeah, I'm guessing a torch is going to be fine in here. Maybe that's not reality. I don't know. Time will tell. All right, so I need to repair the hatch. Maintenance hatch. Go bunk, bunk, bunk. All right, so that's working now. It needs power. Who would have thought? So I'll have to bring my HV over, and then I'll transform it down twice. Let me go make a couple transformers. The transformers. All right, got both transformers made. Thankfully, transformers are actually quite cheap to make. It'd be really annoying if they were like a whole big process, but they're not. Here's the energy hatch. I have my battery buffer here. Then transformer will go in. And then the MV transformer. So now I just need to get my HV power over here, which shouldn't be that difficult. Famous last words. Oh, don't have enough silver cables. Oopsie. Run the trusty old backup before I start screwing with transforming energy, because we all know the risks involved with that. And we connect it. All right. And finally, just 2 small batteries go in. We have input. I think we have output. Let me turn the thingy on. Magic moment. Clean room running perfectly. Oh yeah. So now, if I understand it correctly, it just needs to build up. If you see the efficiency there on the bottom right, it just moved up to 1%. Needs to move all the way to 100% efficiency, and then I'll be able to actually use this bad boy to make better circuits. Oh, I really hope that they get cheaper, the circuits that is, because that would always be nice. So then moving on, I think I need an advanced circuit assembler. I'm going to figure out how I get power through the walls. I think it's that I have to use like a diode or something. Yeah. Anyways, advanced circuit assembler next on the list. Oh, mama. It's not cheap. I'm not really sure why I said "oh mama" there. That's kind of like an Elvis Presley-ass thing to say. You know, whatever. Rock and roll. I'm surprised you can't buy motors from the coin shop. Seems like something that would be in there considering everything else that is new. But you can buy components of motors. I guess that's also kind of nice. Alright, I had to do a little bit of crafting there, but I believe I now have everything I need for the advanced circuit assembler. Real shame that requires HV circuits for an MV machine. Just saying. I guess it makes sense. And then quest reward. These are very mid. I guess the loot bag would be the best option there. But reading the connected quest, socks or system on a chips make really shitty circuits easier, apparently. ULV circuits. What even is a ultra low voltage circuit? Like it's also used to make NAND chip arrays. Interesting. So there's that. And then also microprocessors. Highest tier version of the LV circuit. Ooh, 2 per recipe. Oh, damn. Ooh, that seems really good and cheap. It just straight up doubles the production for slightly different resources, but it could be nice. Can I use it as like, can I make better circuits off of this one? Okay, I don't think I can. I guess they're only for LV, but you know, that's still pretty useful. Now I'll need a new type of wafer, CPUs. I have a CPU in my computer, oh my god. There's a glass or diamond lens, or salt lens. I think I have all of those actually. Go run that through. Hopefully it doesn't need to be an HV laser engraver, but it might. Oh, I already had 2 transformers right here. Well, 1 transformer. For the world accelerator stuff I was doing, but yeah, whatever. Got 4 wafers, diamond lens, and that did not work. Does it have to be an HV one? Oh, needs a clean room. Interesting. Well, I guess it's about that time then, huh? So laser engraver is gonna have to go in here. Where I want to put it, I guess I'll put it here for now. And the circuit assembler will obviously have to go in here. Put them right there. We're at 84% efficiency, using a whopping 4 EU per tick. Pretty good, 85%. So now I need to get power in there. I wish I had not been running this before I have to put the diode on there. It's gonna remove all the efficiency. Wasn't the smartest thing I've ever done. How am I even gonna get power to these things? I guess I need to elevate them. Now I can put the diode like there, and then that'll have area, or it'll have space to hit all of them. Okay, so 4 amp MV diode, I think is what I'm gonna go for here. Probably gonna have to do a bit of crafting for this. Not too much actually. That wasn't too bad. Have a good little bit of diodes now. Oh, and I got a quest for that. All right, very neat. Make sure I understand how this works. Oh, 4 gallium dust as well, thank you. I'm not really sure which side you input and output from. Only one side that looks different. Might make an explosion. I don't want to, though. All right, I asked the Discord, as always, and this is the output. The rest of them are all input, which probably could have figured that out, but now I don't need to, so life is good. Anyways, we did hit 100% efficiency, so that's good to confirm the torch is all right and all that good stuff. I kind of want to replace it with a lamp in all honesty, but it's whatever. So then I'll break this block, ruining the entire clean room. And the diode, that's the input. Output goes in here with our 4X cables, which are actually better than what I would need for this, but I'm fine with that. I'll make sure these are both facing not towards the cables. So this should be good to go now, once I start feeding it energy, that is. Turn this back on so we can slowly but surely get back to 100% efficiency. And now I need to feed it 4 amps of MV. So I kind of need to move this whole thing back a little bit. I have HV power, input on the top transforms down to 4 amps of MV. And then that takes 1 amp and makes 4 LVs. And then I'll send the rest of it over here. Okay. Making sure my Cables are all good. Ooh, I had the perfect amount. Hell yeah. All right. I will back up before I do this. It should be fine, but I see very little reason to risk it. Oh, damn it. I do not have enough cables. So close. All right, backed up. I'll connect that, and then I'll connect to the main power line and bring it in. All right, that's going up again. Do the machines have power in here? Can't actually check, but I think they do. It's lit up now. Is it always lit up, or I don't know. I mean, it should be working, right? Well, we'll find out in a little bit. I just need to wait for this efficiency to get back up to 100%. If you try to use machines when it's less than 100%, it will have a chance to void the items, depending on how far from 100% it is. So at 18%, that's going to void like everything. So I'm not that interested in testing it. So that's going to have to sit there and run for a little bit, but shouldn't be too long. I guess I'll claim some quests while I wait for that. I got this one for making the HV battery buffer a while ago. Got this one for a muffler upgrade. I think the muffler upgrade I just got like out of a loot bag or something. This one, I have no godly idea why it completed. I picked up a stack of wood, and I guess that was enough for it to be completed, but yeah, I definitely haven't done that. And then a whole shitload for kill all the things, which I don't even really care to claim in all honesty. Yeah, I'm not gonna claim this, I don't care. Let's see, what else we got coming up? So we got the fancy circuits. Yeah, I got some good stuff on the way. I'll just read it as we get to it, though. There's no reason to go over it now. Oh, yeah, I can also show you this. I haven't finished it yet, but I have been working on a second floor for the, I don't know what you call this, the Oreberry farm area. I wanted to do a second floor of crop stuff for seed oil. It's mostly done. I just need to, like, set it up. Although it's not so urgent anymore, I'd say, because with my bees, they now have a byproduct that makes seed oil from the machinist combs. This is kind of not that important anymore. But I don't know, we'll see. Also, the Oreberry has actually been pretty valuable. A couple of times now I've gotten like a stack or so of ingots out of it. So it took a while for it to get to a substantial enough size, but it is definitely not completely useless anymore. Maybe not how I would like to be referred to if someone was talking about me, but you know, it's better than nothing, right? This is the stuff that gives seed oil, by the way. It's 200 seed oil for each one. So at 81, it should be around 16,000 seed oil, which is quite a lot. Matter of fact, I think I'll go ahead and get that seed oil. I can make more impregnated sticks. Wow, that's so fast. Much better than my peanuts that only did 33 per operation. Peanuts in comparison. Ha ha ha, you get it? Oh, yeah. All right, this thing's gonna take a little while. I'll be back. 2 hours later. Not really, but yeah, 100% efficiency. So I think we are ready to rock and roll at long last here in the clean room. So let's give this a go. I don't know how I ended up with the green sapphire lens. I need the diamond one. What the hell? It's all the way up there. Yeah, I was doing some wacky shit, I guess. And the magic chest. What? God, I need to sleep more. All right, precision lens. We put that in. Diamond lens wafers. Oh, baby, we are cutting. We be cutting with the precision. Very sick, very epic. Not the fastest recipe in the world, but can you really be surprised? And do I have to cut it in a clean room? Do have to cut it in the clean room. Damn, that's gonna be annoying. I should really just make a second cutting machine, but for now, I'm not going to. Well, I have 4 amps of MV to work with, so shouldn't really be much of a problem, I don't anticipate. 4x silver. We have the wafer done. So the quest checks off, it did. And we cut said wafer, 45 seconds. It's not too horrible. It's like I'm making a wither out of machines or something. Like crazy. Experimenting with lighting options in here. I don't think I'm a huge fan of it, in all honesty. A little bit better over there, I suppose, but now it looks even more like the wither. Whatever. There's the cut CPUs. Should be quest done. Bada bing, bada boom. Love that sound. Well, I don't have the ordo lens yet. I don't know if I'm going to need this for anything, but I might, and I don't want to have to get it later on if I do, so I'll just take that. Moving on, integrated processor. This is the start of the first 4-circuit line. Oh, this is a lot of reading. Okay. Never mind. I thought it had a lot more scrolling. It's not that bad, actually. Okay, well, it looks like this one can be crafted directly, so I don't need an LV one for it, so that's always a huge improvement, although it does need the CPUs, of course. Here's the socks. I was talking about this earlier. I couldn't find any actual use for it. Now I have. That seems really simple. I should just spam the shit out of those, I think. But for these first ones, I'll do it the right way. Sort of need a little bit of everything for this. All right, well, let's see what I'm missing. Crafting some more transistors while I'm at it. This is kind of a newer part of the recipe, so I don't have a ton of them. But I do have a pretty good recipe for it with these tantalum wires and gallium foil. Gallium foil would have been really, really annoying, but not anymore for a guy like me, which has the zinc B. It looks like for capacitors, it's actually pretty similar as well. So I'll need to make some more of those at some point, but I want to make my first circuit. Oh, I forgot to get my wires. I believe I have everything that I need here. I've got my soldering alloy, transistors, boards, resistors, capacitors, fine red alloy, and CPUs. Yes, sir. Well, you're crafting. Man, that double crafting speed is really noticeable there. I like it. I'll cut up some more CPUs while I'm waiting. All right, integrated processor. I just made an MV circuit in one step. Did you see that? Did you see me do it? It was so cool. Gone are the days of having to do LV to do MV to do HV to blah, 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 blah. Not really sure which of these to do, but I guess I'll do circuit boards. Why not, right? You know what I mean. Small coils. The processor assembly circuit needs some small coils. You can make these a couple different ways. It looks to be pretty damn simple as far as I can tell. This is cheap as shit. Fuck. Heel ring and fine annealed wire. Sure thing. Also making some more capacitors while I'm at it. Seems like I'm gonna need more. Pretty simple, just aluminum foil and polyethylene. I can also use tantalum, but I don't have any more on me at the moment, and this doesn't seem like the best use for it. So. Also been noticing that my oxygen supply is running a little bit low recently, which is worrying. It's not really going up, despite I emptied out this chest so that the production would begin again on the raw silicon. Seems like it just can't really keep up to demand anymore. I'm not even sure what demand that is, because the EBF, I'm not even running a recipe that uses oxygen right now. Other than that, I don't think it's even really connected to anything, so I'm a little confused about it, but, you know, it is what it is. Oh, it's connected to the arc furnace as well, but I haven't been running that either, so I don't know. It's a mystery, I tell ya. Anyways, there's 8 small coils. That should mark that quest off. Yes, indeed it did. So I'll take a loot bag for this one. Feeling a little bit wacky. And for this, looks pretty much to be all the same stuff, except RAM instead of a CPU. Not to fear. I have quite a bit of RAM at the moment. All right, crafting my first one of those. The processor assembly, I believe is an HV tier circuit. Yeah, it looks like it is. Gonna need to get some more fine red alloy. Wire. Processor assembly acquired. Quest done. Well, I'm slamming through these quests today. Holy shit, man. Got a little side quest here. Need some electrotine for your workstations. Guess I'm gonna need an electrotine. I don't know if I have any of that or not. We'll have to investigate in a moment here. Ah, I see. Okay, so I can make electrotine from redstone and electrum in a mixer. That's good to know. Using the fluid solidifier is way faster than the extruder. Well, that's just a damn shame. I love my extruder. How could you do this? Well, a whole minute. Yeah, you're not kidding. Oh, but the same ratio. Okay, well, that's not that big of a deal then, I would say. You need 2 processor assembly for each workstation. That ain't cheap, son. All right, let's figure out this blue alloy stuff first. I'm gonna try this mixer recipe. We'll see how it goes. So you put redstone and electrum together. I don't think I have any electrum dust. Might have to make some. Intensive electrum. Oh, it makes a lot though, so that's good. You need dust, confirmed. Side note, I'm now up to almost 3 stacks of scented paneling, so getting pretty close to having that next alveary done. Also, 9 of these alveary blocks already. I don't fully remember making, but I guess I did at some point. I could get a 3rd one pretty soon. Pretty cool. All right, 32 electrum dust. Not too bad. The MV mixer. All right, 90 seconds for each operation. Dear God, pretty serious. Maybe I should just try to find one of those veins in the nether. It might actually be better. I'm invested now. Ooh, I have to make 4 of these. Okay, so I need 8 processor assemblies. I guess I can focus on that while I'm waiting for the electrotine. I need 15 more processor assemblies means I need 30 integrated processors. Okay, that's pretty serious. Ah, I'm also seeing now why this version of it I cannot do yet, because it is IV power. Shit, man, that would have been so nice. Pretty much need 2 stacks of all of this. Well, not exactly. 2 stacks of these 4. Not so much the CPUs and boards. So let's take it one thing at a time. Red alloy wire. Just realized my math was off, and I was actually about to make twice as many as I need, which is a good thing to do. But it's fine. I think I'm just going to craft what I have here, which should be enough, because 8 workstations requires, or sorry, it's 4 workstations, which requires 8 processor assemblies, which requires 16 integrated processors, not 32 as I was thinking. So I should be chilling with what I got here. And I think that is all that is necessary for it. It looks like it is. So I'll throw that in there. Also, these little plastic boards, are a little annoying to make. Probably not as bad if I just bulk craft them, but for the time being, not a huge fan. Then I'll pretty much need more of the same for these processor assemblies. Oh my god, brutal. All right, I put together the next set of ingredients. This should be enough for 8 of these processor assemblies. I only really need 7 more, but a little bit extra can't hurt. Let that craft for a little while, and then it's time to look at the EV circuits, the workstations, oh my, which also require more circuit boards. Kind of insane. I'm clearly gonna have to make a bunch of these, but that's all right. A little bit while later, whatever. A little bit later or a little while later, I have the 8 processor assemblies, actually 9 because I'm just fancy like that. I did also have to go ahead and throw together an MV advanced fluid solidifier because I had to make this mold, which you can only do with an MV one. So I have that now. Everyone cheers loudly. So I'm just waiting for the blue alloy bolts to be formed, and then gotta collect these other little bits and bobs, if you will. Half a stack of RAM, a stack of fine electrum wire. I don't quite have enough, so I'll have to make some more of that. 16 diodes. I think if I mix both types, I should have enough, just barely. And a stack of blue alloy. Well, and also the circuit boards. I think I have enough if I combine the ones upstairs that are already in the clean room. Should be just barely enough for all of this, I think. RAM, electrum, alloy, diode, board. Oh, what did I miss? Oh, the processor assemblies. Okay, there we go. We're crafting that up. I'll have to swap out the diodes in a minute here. Oh, wait. I don't think that's going to work. I got to make some more diodes, I'm pretty sure. But that's mostly done. All right, hold on to your butts. Here it comes. Oh! Boom. Workstations. 4 workstations. My first EV circuit. Collection of pretty random rewards, but I'll take it. And there we go. I think the main chunk of the circuit shenanigan quest line is done now. I have to do the IV circuit still, which I'm sure will be absolutely thrilling. I'm a little curious. What is required for these IV circuits? Oh, well, it doesn't really look that bad in all honesty. It's kind of just more of the same. I guess that's a relief. And I think once I make that, it unlocks the space race tab. And then we're talking with rocket stuff. Probably gonna be very slow, but getting close. Anyways, that's it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed my intro about the clean room and dirty rooms and stuff. I hope your room is a nice room. If it's not, maybe make it better, you know? Yeah, things are going well. We got honey production out the butt, and we're just making more and more and more. So keep it on, you know? Good stuff. If you want to like the video, maybe like it. If you want to subscribe, maybe do that too. Otherwise, whatever. Live your life. I'll see you later. Meow.